Got my cutter, got my torch. Pour a beverage and I step out on the porch. Grab a cigar, I love that view. I guess it's time for another Poolside Cigar Review.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews with Kirk. Today I'm looking at another Cornelius Anthony cigar. This is the Daddy Mac this time. It's a Corona Gorda, 5.5 by 46. I've said it before, this is a great Vitola. Probably, for me, if I had to choose one Vitola for the rest of my life, it would be this one. I just think it's got a great wrapper to filler ratio, good burn time, and you know, just overall good burning cigar. It doesn't have the burn issues that go with a 60 ring gauge where it burns crooked, and it doesn't have the problems of a Lancero where it goes out. It just burns and smokes like a cigar should. So just a nice tobacco barnyardy kind of smell off here. You know, all these Cornelius Anthony cigars just look beautiful. Perfect triple cap, nice elegant band. Daddy Mac, that's an interesting name though. I mean, I suppose there's nothing wrong with it, but it's such a classy band. And Daddy Mac is just, it just seems like there's some contrast there between the classy band and kind of a more contemporary name. Although I suppose not. I guess contemporary from when did Daddy Mac come around? 25 years ago? Perfect draw. Again, this is a cigar company that's been around for quite a while in tobacco. Very sweet cold draw. Sweet and raisiny. I think they've been around since 1866. Now this cigar has got a Brazilian wrapper, a Brazilian binder, and Nicaraguan fillers. So we'll see how this one compares. Last week I reviewed the Cornelius, which was a cigar that I really enjoyed. So if you haven't seen that review, check that out. So we'll see how the Daddy Mac compares. I have had a couple of these, but not in this Vitola. Lots of smoke. A little complex up the first light, really developing. Little red pepper, little leather, some earth. Nice leathery cigar. Dig it. Spicy through the nose. Some sweetness comes in the finish, but not a lot. And that pepper definitely lingers in the nose. Yeah, not overly spicy through the nose, but it definitely lingers. Good, long, clean finish. All right. Well, I will dig into this Daddy Mac, and we'll see what else it has to offer. So hang out, guys. We'll see you in a minute. So about 15 minutes in, an inch deep. Most of the pepper's gone. Not very spicy in the mouth. Still spicy through the nose. The smoke is very rich and creamy. Again, I would give this the mild side of medium as far as flavor profile. Creamy, a little bit of cedars come in, and it's still just a nice leathery cigar. Nothing to complain about. Really enjoying it, and yeah, like I said, I mean there really has been a major shift though from the first light, and that the spiciness is pretty much gone in the mouth. But very good. So I'll keep on trucking. Let you know what else we come up with. So hang out, guys. See you in a minute. It's about 40 minutes in now. ready to take this band off. I will say, the bands on all these Cornelius Anthony cigars come off really nicely, which is great. They're not so loose that they don't come off on their own, but when you want them off, they come off. I know it drives me nuts, not only when, I mean, obviously if you've got glue from the band that gets on the wrapper and tears off, that's a major problem. But sometimes cigars bands are on so snugly that when you try to get them off, you still end up tearing the wrapper. It's because you have to work so hard to try to get them off. So that's a pet peeve of mine. I see that a lot with Cuban cigars. Opus X has an issue with that, and don't have that here, which is nice. You know, I've said it before, I like a cigar to be completely stress-free, which is why burn is really important to me. Obviously, flavor is paramount, but you know, if a cigar doesn't taste good, then it's not worth smoking. But beyond that, you know, for me to really enjoy a cigar, I really want it to be, it's a luxury, so to me it should be an effortless, stress-free, relaxing experience. And if I get stressed from trying to get a band off, it's just, to me that's a ding on the cigar. But not for these. These are very nice. Smoke is still thick. It's just it's a luxurious feeling cigar. Very creamy. A little bit of sweetness coming in, a little cedar. But overall, still fairly similar in profile to that first third. But I'm liking it. And if you want the pepper, it'll still burn you a little bit through the nose. I'll come back at the very end, give you my final thoughts, but so far, very impressed with this Daddy Mac. Really, really like this blend. So I'll see you at the end, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Hang out, guys. So I'm an hour and 10 minutes in. Overall, no complaints. Towards the very end here, getting some kind of hot cigar notes, but you know, it's a small cigar, and that's what happens at the end of a cigar. But overall, fairly consistent. Not totally plain. There are some transitions there, some different flavors kind of popping in and out. But that last third was kind of dominated by some cedar notes, medium tobacco, a little creamy, and a little pepper coming back in at the end there, a little tingle on the tongue. So very nice, keep you interested. So this would burn for an hour and 10 minutes, which is a lot faster than the Cornelius burned. That's not necessarily because of the cigar. You know, when you watch cigar reviews or someone talks about burn time, you have to always keep in mind that people smoke at different speeds generally. And even for me, I smoke at different speeds depending on what I'm doing. Like this morning, I am, while I'm smoking on this cigar, I'm doing some work on the patio. You know, I've got my laptop, I'm kind of working from home today. And so that slows me down. You know, I took a phone call, you know, I refilled my drink. And this cigar never went out in an hour and 10 minutes. I smoked it a lot more slowly than I did the last Corona Gordas. So I have no doubt that if I had smoked this the same way I smoked the Cornelius, it probably would have burned about 45 minutes. And had I smoked the Cornelius slower, I would have gotten over an hour, I'm sure. So always keep that in mind, that this is not, I wouldn't call this an overly slow burning cigar or a fast one. It burns at a good pace. Like I said, with all that additional time, no relights, perfect burn the whole time, and I find that to be consistent with this Vitola. Corona Gorda is a great Vitola, one of my favorites. This cigar retails for $8.50, which is considerably cheaper than the Cornelius, which came in at $12. Boy, I would say I like them both about equally well. So if you're a more budget-conscious person, start off with the Daddy Mac, see if you like it. Like I said, overall, great cigar. No complaints at all. Really enjoyed it. And the flavored profile, you know, matched what I'm always looking for. So, good tasting cigar, burned well, decent price. You know, at a B&M, $8.50, absolutely, I'll pay that. So anyway, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me for this review. As always, I invite you to leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you're up to. Have you smoked one of these? I'd like to hear what your experience was. So alright everybody, until next time, keep your feet in the pool, a drink in your hand and a cigar in your mouth. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.